and you will be able to relate your findings with some theory,
Yes, sir.
then that will have more value.
Yes, sir. Definitely, I will keep it in my conclusion or sir, literature things.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now I am sharing the screen,
Yes, sir.
and it is your function to read it,
Yes, sir.
and we can discuss this issue.
Yeah.
I think the screen is visible. Now please you start reading.
Yes, sir. Human freedom and decision making in behavioral economics. Behavioral economics explores how psychological, social, and emotional factors influence human decision making, often challenging the assumption of rational choice. Here's a dive into human freedom and decision making in behavioral economics. Human freedom. Autonomy. First is autonomy. Behavioral economics recognizes that individuals have the capacity for self governance, but also acknowledges that cognitive biases and environmental factors can limit autonomy. In behavioral economics, autonomy in decision making reflects consumers' ability to make their own choices. However, cognitive biases like anchoring, example, basing decisions on an initial price such as a discount tag and environmental factors such as marketing tactics, example, placing high margin items at eye level or social norms can limit this autonomy. By addressing these influences, behavioral economics helps create environments that support informed and independent consumer decisions.
So this is clear to you?
Yes, sir. Autonomy in decision making that will reflect in consumers' ability to make their own choices, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And there is some cognitive biasness like anchoring. It is
Yes, sir.
written that basing decisions on an initial price such as discount tag. When you
Yes,
find that there is some discount, the
yes,
consumer is prone to purchase that type of product.
yes,
Or
sir.
if you purchase one product, then another product is free. Okay, then your tendency will be to buy that product. So that is the cognitive biasness. Another thing is the marketing tactics, that is
Yes,
placing high margin items at eye level. So
yes, sir.
when you browse, at that time, usually you will find that is the high price product first time.
Yes, sir.
And below that, there will be the less high.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how AI can help? Because AI can easily capture which type of mobile you are using. If you are purchasing 50,000 around costly mobile,
Yes, sir.
AI can easily identify that is uh, your socioeconomic status is very high.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, your tendency is to purchase any sort of product that is the high price.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they will place some of the costly product in front of you initially. But
Yes,
if
sir.
they find that is your mobile set, it cost around 10,000. So they will present to you the moderate price tag. They will provide you some discount, etc.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means people are biased by the own status. Their personal status is there.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing.
Yes, sir.
Next is free will. Please read it.
Yes, sir. Second is free will. The field debates the extent to which human decisions are the result of free will versus influences like genetics, environment, and past experiences. For example, in the health sector, a person may choose not to buy health insurance, believing it to be a free choice. However, their decision could be influenced by factors like misinformation about cost, cultural attitudes towards insurance, or a lack of understanding of long term benefits.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is very interesting issue.
Yes, sir.
So there is some cognitive biasness due to the misinformation about the premium,
Yes, sir.
and how much amount you will get at the last moment. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
most of the time you will find that is the company will tell you lifelong support you will get from the health insurance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This medical insurance, etc.
Yes,
And
sir.
suddenly company will charge you during the renewal. Company will charge you very high price premium,
Yes, sir.
which is not possible for you to bear it.
Yes, sir.
And then company will tell, since you are not able to provide this premium amount, we are forced to cancel.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is a very bad thing, unethical practice, but company is doing this thing. It
Yes,
is
sir. Yes.
unethical practice.
Yeah.
Okay, next is nudges.
Yes, sir. Third is nudges. Behavioral economics introduces the concept of nudges, which are subtle, non coercive influences on decision making. Nudges can either support or undermine human freedom. For example, in the health sector, displaying healthier food options at eye level in cafeterias nudges people toward making better dietary choices without restricting their freedom to choose less healthy options. Conversely, marketing tactics like placing junk food near checkout counters could nudge people toward impulsive and less healthy decisions.
That means nudge is the most important factor for the cognitive biasness.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you place that this is the exotic vegetables, if you go to Swiggy,
Yes,
there
sir.
you will find the some vegetables, fruit and vegetables. Another point, you will get the exotic vegetables. These exotic vegetables, there you will find very costly vegetables.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the company is telling the consumer that these exotic vegetables are costly, but they are healthy also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now there are some people, they prefer simple fruits and vegetables. But the people whose socioeconomic status is very high,
Yes, sir.
okay, they will prefer the exotic vegetables. Exotic vegetables, they would prefer. Now, after purchasing the exotic vegetables, you have noted that name is exotic vegetables, but in terms of the quality, you do not find any change.
Yes, sir.
This is unethical practice.
Yes, sir.
Another thing that is in the shopping mall, most of the time you will find out some of the junk food.
Yes, sir.
Usually they are just nearby the cash counter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means when you are for the checkout, at that time you will find that is the frozen foods are there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm.
So, and some of the junk foods you will find out during the checkout counter.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that becomes you very much impulsive, and you can take some of the unhealthy decision or less healthy decision.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nauseous means, sir, some that is some cognitive biases.
Nudges basically control your freedom in
Uh-huh.
making the decision.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you have planned to purchase some of the vegetables uh, for your regular use, but suddenly you have seen some of the vegetables which is not uh, regularly available. So your cognition is guided by that vegetables.
Yes, sir.
And by purchasing those vegetables, you will find that is the, in case of the shopping mall visit,
Yes,
you
sir.
have spent a lot of the amounts
Yes, sir.
because there is a food court and your tendency will be to go to the food court to take some food. So
Yes,
these
sir.
are the things.
Yes, sir.
Next is decision making. Please read it.
Yes, sir. Decision making. First is bounded rationality. Humans have limited cognitive abilities, leading to systematic errors and biases in decision making. For example, in the health insurance sector, individuals might struggle to compare complex policies due to overwhelming information and opt for a suboptimal plan, focusing only on the premium cost instead of coverage benefits or deductibles. Sir.
Yes. In case of the uh, behavioral economics, we understand that during the uncertain situation, then consumer cannot take the rational decision. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rational decision consumer cannot take in the uncertain condition.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, if the examiner will ask you this question, that is, whatever your findings, whether those findings are appropriate for the uncertain condition, . Because in uncertain condition, there is a high chance not to follow the rational behavior.
Yes, sir.
Maybe one of the relatives, very close relatives, suddenly suffer from some accident. Okay. And you have to provide the support to him or her.
Yes.
So this is the uncertain condition.
Yes, sir.
And you are puzzled and you are supposed to take some of the, suppose you have understood that is there is no, the insurance, medical insurance is there, but the premium is very low. Therefore, you are not able to afford the cost of treatment. And the company is telling that is your premium is low, so we cannot bear this amount of cost. Then what will be your tendency? Then your tendency will be to pay
Not
the
the
high
follow.
amount of premium.
Yes. Yes, sir.
তাই না?
Yes, sir.
And sometimes we are giving much importance on premium cost than the coverage
Yes, sir.
or benefit or deductibles. Because premium cost, that is immediate. And what will be the coverage and whether income tax deduction will be there, that is later on issue. So we are guided by the immediate situation during the uncertain condition.
Yes, sir.
Now go to the next.
Yes, sir.
Heuristic.
Second is heuristics. People rely on mental shortcuts, heuristics, to simplify complex decisions, which can result in suboptimal choices. For example, in the health sector, a person might choose a health insurance policy based on brand familiarity, availability heuristic, rather than thoroughly comparing coverage options, potentially missing out on better or more cost-effective plans.
Okay. You will find that is the insurance
Yes, sir.
sector. They are using different advertisement for facilitating their brand value.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the consumer is aware of the brand.
Yes, sir.
Then the cognitive phenomenon of the consumer that is affected by the brand instead of the coverage, premium, etc. They are guided by the brand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, framing effect.
Next, framing effects. The way information is presented, framing significantly influences decision making, often leading to inconsistent or irrational choices. For instance, in a study on medical treatments, people were more likely to choose a surgery when it was framed as having a 90% survival rate compared to when the same outcome was framed as having a 10% mortality rate, even though both descriptions provide the same information. This demonstrates how framing can affect people's perception of risk and influence their decisions, often irrationally.
Okay. So 90% survival rate is equal to the 10% of mortality rate. That is true.
Yes, sir.
But if you tell the patient party that 90% survival rate is there,
Yeah.
and for example, doctor is interested for the surgery of the brain. Okay,
Yes, sir.
brain surgery.
Yeah.
It costs 10 lakhs.
Yes, sir.
And doctor has told you that is, since you are suffering from this type of disease, and I have noted that is some brain surgery is the alternative. So if you take the brain surgery,
Mm.
then there will be no such problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 90% chance is totally,
Survive.
yeah, total recovery. 90% chance is there.
Yes, sir.
But keep in mind that 10% chance is there.
Mm.
That is, after 5 years again, you have to do the same surgery.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm.
Then what will be your tendency? That is going for the brain surgery.
Yes, sir.
So at that, okay.
Yes, sir.
So perception of risk that can influence your decision.
Sir, yes, sir.
Next is loss aversion.
Next is loss aversion. Loss aversion is a psychological concept that refers to the tendency for people to prefer avoiding losses rather than acquiring equivalent gains. The fear of losses tends to dominate the desire for gains, leading to risk aversion and suboptimal decision making. When deciding between two home loan options, a borrower may be presented with a choice. One loan offers a lower interest rate with the risk of fluctuating monthly payments, while the other offers a slightly higher interest rate with fixed payments. Despite the potential for long term savings with the lower interest rate, many borrowers prefer the stability of fixed payments due to the fear of future payment increases. The fear of experiencing a loss in the form of higher payments due to interest rate hikes outweighs the potential gain of lower monthly payments. Sir.
Okay. So here we find that is our tendency is desire for gain. Okay, this is
Yes,
our
sir.
tendency.
Mm.
এবং we always prefer avoiding losses. Therefore, when there are two options are there, home loan option
Yes,
and
sir.
two jobs. First option is one loan offers a lower interest rate with the risk of fluctuating monthly payment. Your monthly payment will be fluctuating and interest rate is lower. while the other offers slightly higher interest rate with fixed payment. Your payment will be fixed.
Yes, sir.
Then your tendency will be the higher interest rate with fixed payment, because your payment is fixed. That
Yes, sir.
means you do not have much loss. But if your payment is changing, that means there is a high chance for loss.
Yes, sir.
So this is the loss aversion theory.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Next, social influences, social norms, peer pressure, and authority figures can profoundly impact human decision making. For instance, a couple may choose to have an extravagant wedding with a large guest list, expensive venue, and elaborate decorations, not because it aligns with their personal preferences or financial situation, but because they feel pressure from family, friends, or societal expectations to keep up with what others have done. In some cultures, there are strong social norms about the ideal wedding, and couples may feel compelled to follow these traditions, even if it leads to unnecessary stress or overspending. This demonstrates how social influences like peer pressure and cultural norms can shape wedding decisions, often leading to choices that may not align with the couple's true desires or resources. Sir.
Yeah, that means specifically in case of the wedding ceremony,
Yes.
sometimes we do not have enough money, but
Yeah.
we have to satisfy the needs of my relatives, the needs of my neighbors, etc.
Mm.
People take more loans, personal loan.
Mm.
Taking personal loan, they arrange the wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
That means, again, consumer is guided by the biasness caused by the society.
Yes, sir.
So today up to this, and then you can read the implications,
Yes, sir.
policy
Implications?
intervention, personal freedom, etc.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And if you
Implications?
find implications, yeah.
First is policy interventions. Behavioral economics informs policy design using nudges and other strategies to influence decision making and improve societal outcomes. For example, imagine that the exchange rate is 1 US dollar, that is 86 Indian rupees. If a policy is designed where individuals are given the freedom to choose how much currency they want to exchange, that is without mandatory conversion limits, they might feel empowered to make better financial decisions. Behavioral economics suggests that giving people the freedom to choose without imposing restrictions allows them to consider factors like timing, market conditions, or personal financial goals. However, if the policy were to limit conversions or present fixed exchange rates, that is, example, offering a guaranteed lock-in rate, people might feel they are losing out or missing an opportunity, thus influencing their behavior toward risk-averse decisions, even though the market conditions could change.
Yeah. So what is happening in the current situation in India now? Okay, because now we are afraid to visit the foreign country.
Yes, sir.
Because if we want to go to the foreign country, then $1 equal to 86 Indian rupees.
Yes, sir.
So this is a serious issue.
This is the policy interventions. Yeah.
Uh,
Second, personal freedom.
hmm,
Understanding the limitations and influences on human decision making can help individuals make more informed choices and exercise their freedom more effectively. For example, consider a situation where a person is choosing between two job offers. One offers a high salary, while the other offers more flexible working hours and a better work life balance. If the individual is unaware of how societal pressures or personal biases, such as the desire for status or financial security, might influence their decision, they may be swayed toward the higher paying job without considering the long term benefits of work life balance. However, by understanding these influences and reflecting on their personal values and goals, the individual can make a more informed choice that better aligns with their true priorities. This demonstrates how awareness of decision making influences empowers individuals to exercise their personal freedom and make choices that reflect their own needs and values rather than external. Sir,
hmm,
just go down. External
external
pressures.
pressure.
Yes, sir.
Here, the important part is I have my own freedom to make the decision.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so one offers a higher salary while the
Mm.
other offers more flexible working hours and a better work-life balance.
Yes, sir. So that is our personal decision or personal choice.
Yeah, suppose I have told you that is two options are there. One is the work at home, another
Yes,
is
sir.
offline.
Yes, sir.
If you follow the work at home,
Mm.
then you are very much comfortable because you can uh, make all sorts of interaction with the family members.
Yes,
But
sir.
if you regularly come to the office, then you
Uh,
may not be able to interact with your
family.
family members.
Yes, sir.
So two options are there.
Yes,
Now
sir.
you may think that is okay. It is better to follow the work at home.
Yes, sir.
And when you accept the work at home, then you have noticed that from morning to night, always you are busy in front of your computer.
Yes, sir. Mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the issue.
Yes, sir.
That is the cognitive biasness.
Yes, sir.
Next is ethical consideration.
Next is ethical considerations. The use of nudges and other behavioral economics techniques raises ethical concerns such as the potential for manipulation or exploitation. For example, a credit card company might use behavioral insights to design marketing strategies that subtly encourage customers to take on higher levels of debt by highlighting minimum payment options and downplaying the long term cost of interest. While this nudge may increase short term profits for the company, it could exploit individuals' lack of awareness about the true financial implications, leading them to make decisions that are not in their best interest. This raises ethical concerns about whether such techniques are manipulative and whether they respect individuals' autonomy in decision making. Therefore, it's crucial to balance the use of nudges with transparency and fairness to avoid undermining people's ability to make. Sir, go below. Ability to make informed choices. By acknowledging the complexities and limitations of human decision making, behavioral economics provides valuable insights into the human condition and the nature of freedom. Sir.
That means there are different type of advertisements are there, and you are guided by the advertisement.
Yes, sir.
Most of the time you will find the credit card company like the American Express. They are
Yes, sir.
providing the credit card at the airport. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That means people whose socioeconomic status is high, usually they can prefer the American Express credit card.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now another technique is there, what HDFC has introduced. That is, you can take the credit card freely. You need not to pay now. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
But you have to purchase minimum 30 lakhs. Sorry, 30,000.
30,000. Oh.
Minimum 30,000. Okay. Then what will be your tendency? Your tendency will be to purchase more number of products from the shopping mall.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
30,000.
30,000.
Yes, sir.
Or 50,000, you may think.
Yes, sir.
Because earlier you do not have any plan for purchasing microwave oven.
Yes, sir.
But now you are thinking that is, you can purchase microwave, you can purchase some high-range TV,
yes,
high-range AC machine, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And after purchasing them, you have noted that is the longevity of the product, that is very less.
Yes, sir.
So that is the ethical consideration.
Yes, sir.
So you must be very much clear to the consumer about all the properties, all the product details.
Yes, sir.
That is important.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We have to consider the ethical things while buying.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. एंड सम कंपनी जानबूझ के भी वो अनएथिकल प्रैक्टिस सब यूज करते हैं सर आज वो भी चीज बताए आपने यस सर जानबूझ के मीन्स कस्टमर को फंसाते हैं उसमें
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is all about today's lecture. I think now you have understood.
Yes, sir. Loss aversion was there. I have to read that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You have to study the loss aversion theory.
Yes, sir.
Naje's theory. All the
Not just
theories, please you study. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes, sir.
theory. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now I am closing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It was very wonderful session today, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
I learned many new things, sir,
Yeah.
and many new terms also. I have
Hmm.
get from you, sir. Thank you, sir.